Hey, what's going on, guys? Here we are, another episode of Random Sunset. We right here with my special guest, Teddy Rux.
What's happening?
Right now, we decided to pick his brain on love and relationship. Normally, you guys know we would pick from the drawing box, but I don't expect Teddy to be a stranger. You know what I mean? So, like I say, this is just one topic we decided we'll discuss today. And like I say, we're gonna let Teddy introduce himself. And Teddy, tell me how to pronounce that again.
Teddy Rooks, man.
Teddy
You know what I'm
Rooks. All
talking about?
right, Teddy Rooks. I'm gonna just say Teddy. All right.
That's
I'm,
fine. Teddy is cool, man. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna let. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna say. Oh yeah. Gonna set that up. We're gonna let Teddy do his thing right now. But like I say, we're gonna dig over into love and relationship while Teddy, set his live up, and then like I say, we're gonna pick his brain and get some pointers and some tips on love and relations. And like I say, for many of you young folk, ranging from the age of 18, 25, I mean, if there's some things that'll help you, or if you wish to comment or have any questions, I mean, feel free to leave comments. Or if there's some things that we didn't discuss on this particular episode, then feel free to leave your comments, like, share, and let us know, and we'll be sure to try to touch those corners on the next episode. But
Yeah,
yeah,
dope,
man, no
dope.
further ado, man. We're gonna get over into it, and like I say, look, Teddy, let's jump over into it, man.
Okay.
Right now we in what people would label Black Hollywood. All right, ATL, Black Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
and right now there's a gang of single women in this city.
Man, I'm glad you spoke on it.
Why do you suspect this many women are single in this city?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. A lot of it come from men not being raised correct. And a lot of it come from jobs. I look at it like this. The average woman, I'm gonna say 7 out of 10 have careers
Mm-hmm.
compared to a man only having a job.
Right.
We have our 3% that does have jobs,
Uh-huh.
but they don't have. I mean, the 3% that has careers.
Okay.
A lot of women are making more money, and to me, it was something they weren't able to do back in the days. And men have
Right.
insecurities. A man do not like for his woman to make more than him.
Right. Well, look, let me intervene. Let me intervene because
Okay.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
But let me now ask you this. Is
Okay.
that by design to say, you know what? We're going to make it convenient for a woman to be able to climb this corporate ladder, to be able to neglect that man, or to give that woman that ego, or should I say, just that headstrong mentality to create some controversy in the household when it come to not only minorities but just man and
I,
woman.
it's that's good to say that, but I do think sometimes it is to pick towards the black man. You see what
Okay.
I'm saying? Because if you think about it, the average black man have to grind harder than the average man. I don't give a care what race he is. You know what
I
I'm
can
saying?
agree.
Because we have to grind. We have to grind. A woman can flash her chest, get out a speed ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some women, like they say, man, she'll F her way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they do become successful, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they did specials years ago about why so many women are single
Mm-hmm.
in Georgia. And a lot of the women said, I'm single because I have a career, and none of the men I date are career goals.
Okay, now Teddy, let me say this now because, like I say, I'm not biased. I mean, I grew up with a house full of women,
True.
and I currently have 2 daughters. All right.
Gotcha.
Now, this is what I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Should we hold these women accountable? And what I mean by hold them accountable, meaning I'm not convinced a career is what's keeping you from having a good man.
I agree with you 100%. But if you're looking at the dating scene,
Mm-hmm.
the question was asked why so many women are single.
Okay, right.
And if you, my opinion is, I feel a lot of women having careers, and a lot of times a woman deserves to have a man that can that can complete her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He has to bring something to the table as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why should she lower her standards?
I agree, but see, this the angle I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, Some would call me radical. Some would call me a conspiracy theorist. Do I believe this is by design? They say, you know what? Let's get about these feminists. Let's give them some power to draw about some division. Okay. And I feel like that's what we're witnessing. But when I say hold women accountable, meaning how hard is it to get the pretended blueprint, meaning the business plan, and to be able to share that with your significant other? Meaning, if you're able to climb that corporate ladder and get this pretended blueprint on how to create a business or how to be successful, isn't that part of being a partner with your significant other to make sure that it
is, but everybody don't think like that.
Okay.
You gotta remember, man, it's just like in life, you're gonna have haters. Right. A hater don't know why he don't like you or she don't like you. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I think many of them do. I mean, I think they.
But the average, I'm telling you.
So you think people are just? I mean, not to get outside of the question, but I mean, you think it's one of those things where if people they just hate just to be hating? I mean, it has to do with success, right?
No, a lot of time it don't. I could have came. You could have came as my resident. I could have came here and said, "Hey man, I don't like that sofa." Hell, I'm gonna say that for.
I mean, I agree.
Even though in my head, that sofa nice as hell. Right. But I can do that. What can stop a person from anything? Nothing. But that's what make the world go around. You need those type of people with those negative comments, because that will keep you motivated.
So the yin and the yang.
Gotta be.
So for good, there's bad. For up, there's down. For left, there's right.
Need it.
Right,
it's just like with life cycle. It's just like with the whole ecosystem. It's the same. Right. You got to do that to survive. Right.
I told my daughter that the other day. I said, you know what? If every day was a rainy day, what's a sunny day? If every day was a rainy day, what's a sunny day? Hey, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it kind of goes back to what you were saying with that balance. All right, well, let's get on to the next question because I know we'll be here for days talking about that.
We can talk about it.
Okay. Do you think women today could be submissive?
Hell no. Let me tell you something. I'm dealing with a situation. I have a strong-minded lady, and I can tell you now, we had argument to where she felt like she was the big dog. Really? And I'm just like, that's new. I'm the alpha. Let me lead the way. Right. But the negative side was that, you got to think about their previous relationships.
Okay. Right. A
lot of times in relationship, women are the ones that hold the shit together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it does something to your mindset. So when you date somebody or somebody you getting with, it takes time to it takes time to let that wall down. And it's up to that person to let them and who can be sure themselves to let their woman do those things.
I agree.
And I'm working on that now.
Okay. Well, let me get the flowers while I'm ahead. Do I believe women are the backbone and women have their part? And I love women. When I say I love women, meaning the women that know they are women and they have in my words, I'm going to say department that knows their department. I'm not going to say know their place. Know their department, meaning know their value and know what they bring to the table and won't compromise. So I'm agreeing with Teddy here, meaning I agree myself that a lot of women have dealt with baggage prior. Mm-hmm. And even if it was a father that lacked just fatherhood, you know what I mean? And one day in their life, that's enough to damage a woman's perspective on a man.
Yeah.
True. But did I get the answer? So the answer to the question, you don't believe that the woman this day and time could be submissive? Meaning from all the millennials all the way, not Generation X or the baby boomers, but millennials, you don't think they can be submissive?
Hell no, it's gonna take years. It's gonna take.
He's again.
It's gonna take years, and it's gonna take. First of all, man, men got to come together and be men. Right. You got to be men. You got to be that man for them.
But that's why that's another reason why I want to commend you for being on the show, for the simple fact I appreciate how we able to fellowship and this is what men need to discuss and talk about.
Yeah, a lot of times, man. Oh man, she gon' submit. That's a lie, bro.
Right.
You can't make nobody do nothing. What, you gonna beat her?
No,
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
no,
you
no.
can't do that.
Nah, that wouldn't be right.
And
No,
you
no.
and first of all, you want to have a go getter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to have a go getter, meaning
Elaborate on that.
a go getter. Man, she gotta have that drive, man.
And when you say drive, you mean to bring in a bag, or you just
No,
mean to, just
no,
to be the
drive,
the
man.
head of the house? I mean,
No, she gotta have that drive, meaning the only thing you want to teach your woman is small little things. Just like you want to learn from your woman.
right, absolutely.
But you don't want no lazy woman. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
She can have kids all day long and still be a couch potato.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you want to have a woman that can go out there, get the bag, or go out there and have some type of traits that have, she can go
Right.
to a job and say, hey, I can do this. You know what I'm saying?
So pertaining to the bag, man, when you say go get it, I mean, does that have anything to do with, say, I'll prepare a meal for you, I'll run a household, wash and fold
I
clothes?
used to say prepare a meal. Women don't cook like men no more.
Oh.
Women don't cook like men. Men are designed to be the best cooks in the world. I see now.
Guys, look, let me say this, and this is why we had Teddy on the show, because a lot of this is new to me, and when I say new to me, I mean I've been shacked up for well over 10 years. I mean,
and I love that.
Yeah.
This is the first time in my life that I've been in a relationship and I've been faithful. And I had to grow up. I'm still learning.
So you do believe in fidelity?
Do I believe in it? Back in the days, I did.
Oh, you don't believe in it now?
No, man. I used to be that same fool, be like, man, ain't no need to get married and shit, Man, when you in love with somebody, man, you don't think that shit no more. Yeah. You see the growth, the maturity in yourself. You be like, hey, man, I just want to go home to my old lady.
Right.
You ain't thinking about what's on Instagram. Right. You'll look, you dig, but you ain't thinking about that because at the end of the day, man, you got your beach, your sand next to you. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And that's true because when I was cheat, man, I was just like the Pink Panther. You dig what I'm saying? When she go to sleep, I'm like, put a mirror on her nose and shit. Oh, she knocked out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now, man, you secure. You don't have to do all those.
Right. So for the viewers out there, I don't know if I said that wrong, but what Terry was referring to, meaning that infidelity, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my man do believe in fidelity. You know what I'm saying? Just basically, you know what I mean, being faithful. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like I say, just don't want to confuse none of y'all out there, you know what I mean?
But
so,
they get it. They're going to be looking at me
yeah.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, you know what I mean? Like, what? He just said, wait a minute, he don't believe in that shit. He don't believe in that shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, on the up and up though, do you think man can be committed? And when I say men, meaning just the broad spectrum of men, not individual, meaning yourself and I, but do you think men
can be committed?
Oh
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
You said man.
Yeah.
A lot of time, a boy has to become a man though.
Yeah.
You
said a mouthful.
And I mean because you can be a daddy. You know what I'm saying? You can have children and shit like that.
Yeah.
But man, to be committed, that's when your mind is focused on what you got.
That's right.
And you can go do ups and downs and shit like that. A lot of times, man. A lot of times, I can say, man, we weak. We'll get the hell on. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with Teddy. Let me touch on that a little bit too. I've been saying that for years. And I mean, even the Bible said it. For those of y'all that believe in the Bible, men are weak in the flesh. Meaning, and that's why I have a great respect for women. Meaning, this is just my ideology and again, my philosophy. Meaning, I think women represent the strongest organ in the body, which is the heart. That's why a lot of time women come from an emotional standpoint, and they can be loyal and faithful to one partner more so than a man can. And that's not to justify men not being committed. But when it comes to us men, we represent the mind, meaning we logical creatures, and that makes sense on why we should be the head of the household when you are a man, not a boy, but a man, because we're logical. And everything's everything doesn't involve emotion. Meaning, if me and this man had to go and make some decision and say, you know what, we got to protect the women that are around us right now. We're gonna know how to react to a situation as men
And take charge.
and take
Control.
charge. Whereas a woman, oh, I heard gunshots. Oh, somebody got shot. They result to emotion a lot more than men do. Not to say that men not emotional, but I just again think that they represent the heart, meaning they deal with a lot of emotion and they get in their feelings a lot more than men. And whereas we represent the mind, we're logical creatures. This is why we should go to war. This is why we shouldn't do this. This is why we should move this way. And a lot of us as men, we got to get back our place as men and be able to again take charge and act accordingly when it comes to that.
And I've spoken that about men stepping up. A lot of men are not stepping up, but a lot of time, a lot of men are giving up because they don't believe in love and they don't believe they'll find their soulmate these days. Yeah. Because if you look at what's offered to us,
right.
And there's no shade on the real women, but what's out there?
I mean, well, like I said, let me go on and advocate for the ones who I know that are dealing with those insecurities and commitment issues. Meaning, by design, and we cannot keep using that as an excuse. Meaning, by design, we both agreed that it's been systematically set up that way. Meaning, let's let the women climb up the corporate ladder. And I just let me say this real quick. I just talked to a young fella, 26 years old, and I was letting him know, like, when you climb that corporate ladder, the white man don't really have that much competition. So he get to choose from the black woman, the Asian woman, and the white woman. He ain't got no brothers up there to compete with. They look at the Asian men as not being competition to them when it comes to being able to flaunt and to be able to choose these different women to interact with. You know what I mean? So systematically it has been designed that way, whereas most of us are blue collar.
Blue collar.
And they make it 10 times harder for us to climb that corporate ladder. And a lot of men use that as an excuse, meaning why these women, men are intimidated because I have MD behind my name. Oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh, I'm an engineer. And they hide behind status. But does that give them the right to disrespect us as the man in our position and what we are?
They don't.
Okay.
So I got a question.
Okay.
Do you think the world need a woman president?
No.
Thank you. I agree.
And that's not being a misogynist or chauvinist, meaning like the misogynist chauvinist, they woman haters.
Yeah, but that's not what it is. The world right now, if you look at it, we're going to politics for 1 second.
Okay.
You had Obama.
Okay.
I asked the average person, why did you choose Obama? He black.
Right.
But then follow his career goals.
Right.
Then you get to Donald Trump. Why you don't like Donald Trump? Because. But I'm asking you why.
Right.
You can't give me no answer.
Right.
So people ask me, why do I support Donald Trump? I tell them,
you're a great businessman.
I liked Donald Trump before he became the president.
Okay.
But I also have to say this. You don't like him because he say the shit that you want to say. See, it's a difference between not liking somebody and that hater.
Right.
A lot of people don't have no issues with him.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? The only people that have issues with him, I see, are the ones that want him to be more serious. Or want him.
What's being more serious? I mean, he's a great businessman.
But a lot of people think that he's racist. A lot of people, but I say, yeah, we live in America. It's a lot of racist people here that we work for.
South Africa?
Very, but I'm just speaking on that part because about what's going on to the next elected, might be the next elected president, might be Joe Biden or whatever.
Right.
What's the difference?
Right.
But why would I want a woman to be put in that situation then? Why would I want her to go through what the world is going through? I feel that a woman right now should be in menopause. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me kind of clean that up.
I'm just saying. She be that motherfucker like, I can't do it. No,
right.
No.
So we saying the same thing, but I want y'all to hear from me, meaning I agree with Teddy saying what he's saying, meaning certain pressures. I don't think women have proved themselves. I mean, for one, when I think of feminists, they want the equality and they want the rights of men And again, I'm not misogynist. I'm not a chauvinist. I'm not a woman hater. Let's just be clear. But am I convinced they are designed to deal with a lot of what we've dealt with and what we deal with currently? No. Again, women are emotional, and not to say that again they're not capable. It just all right. Let me just get down to it. Let me quit being PC about it. You got women who won't even shoot their damn shot. Who won't even shoot their shot. They can see a guy that they like and won't shoot their shot because in their head,
hey,
like Anita Baker said, they waiting on Prince Charming to come sweep them off their feet, save them, and say all of the right things. I mean,
but here's the thing though. You know why they don't shoot their shot? They give us this bullshit. It's not tradition. What year you were born? If you weren't born in 1939, 1886, how the hell you gonna say tradition?
But Ted, I'm finna get to the particulars. If you are a woman or a feminist and you stand back saying you want the equality as men, meaning work construction, work on top of a roof, get these type of jobs, why is it you so scared of rejection? Because that's what it boils down to. They won't shoot their shot because they scared of rejection. So a man can say, you know, hey, how you doing? Let me buy you a drink. I'm the most perfect gentleman in the world. Most women, not all women, I want to be clear, not all women, most women will not take this shot because they're afraid of rejection.
You go.
It says a lot.
On the nose.
It says a lot about being up in your feelings. You don't want to be denied.
And look,
they don't want to be denied.
And if you do let a woman shoot her shot, you know, to me when women do shoot their shot, I don't think they want to get to know you. I think they want to have sex with you.
Really?
Yes, a lot of times.
I don't agree with that one.
No, let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me explain why I said that. Women are bigger perverts than men.
You think so?
I found this out.
Tell me why, man. Tell me why, man.
I looked at the comments. A man will do this to a fine girl that he think fine. Ooh, wee baby girl, sweet Jesus. A woman be like, God damn, look at that goddamn Trump. You get what I'm saying? What sound worse? Trump or damn beautiful? But the man is considered a perv. But a woman will say her goddamn
each over there cringing in that chair.
She'll
he about to get
she'll speak on it and be like, I can tell you now, my throat gonna stay dry tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And the song WAP, W-A-P.
Okay.
That's perverted. That's one of the most perverted songs I ever heard.
So that's the acronym? I mean, like, what that stand for?
Wet A pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Right-handed God. I'm green, y'all. I've been off the scene for a minute.
It wasn't no perverted.
Right-handed God. I did not know.
It wasn't the most perverted song
I didn't know that.
made.
You knew that? Oh, me neither.
And when I hear women talk like that, not judging them, no. But I'm just saying it helped me with my logic. Women are more perverted than men.
But don't they?
I'm listening.
But don't they have a lot of these songs? A lot of men have about these songs. If you sit back and you were to listen to some of the lyrics, because sometimes you are just you riding the beat, you just listening to the beat, and you're not thinking about the words. But a lot of these songs that I've heard that men sometimes they don't make it to the radio, or sometimes they don't make it to like. It say some of the worst things.
Like what?
And I'm
like
just
what?
saying, it just say stuff about.
I'm sorry. I think what Isha referring to is men are more blunt. So a lot of women like to compare men to dog, and men refer to women as cat, meaning they can be a bit more secretive in how they feel and express themselves the way that they do. But with men, we're more blunt. So if we just got it on our chest, we getting it off. So if you want to get laid tonight, then we do it a certain way. We're going to come out and let you know we want to get laid in the way that we do it. But
I'm telling you.
What's that?
When women shoot their shot, I'm seeing a lot of them going for just sex. I think a lot of them are not wanting a man.
Is it safe to say that that's the promiscuous ones, meaning the ones who just don't want to settle down and just want to have sex?
And that's true, but it's how it's presented. Men do different. A woman will come off soft. A woman will say this, but within 10 minutes of the conversation, you need my address or I need yours. You get what I'm saying? You slick feel violated because you thought you were dating a lady. You know what I'm saying? Not a lady of the night. You get what I'm saying? And I'm only speaking for what I've been through and what I've talked to a fellow of my brothers, what they've been through or why they're single. I ask men, hey brother, why are you single? You got a career. You believe in God. You believe in the higher power. Man, don't nobody want a good man. That shit hurt me. You know what I'm saying?
But are you convinced though?
No, I believe him because you
Why
can
you
tell.
believe it? Tell me why you believe it. Let's talk about it.
You can tell a bullshitter.
I don't believe that.
You can tell a bullshitter.
I don't believe that.
You can tell a bullshit. And I asked the average man. I asked this dude today.
Uh-huh.
I said, man, let me ask you something, man. You still. What's your search like for women? He say, man, my search right now is on God. I say, what you mean? It's just on God.
Right.
He said, man, I tried to date. and at the end of the day, I don't get callbacks. All I do is get heartbroken. I say, what are you saying? Are you disrespected to him?
All right. Let me just cut y'all because they're gonna bring me to this next question right here.
Okay.
And this can be a bit. I ain't gonna say controversy.
But I love it. Let's go.
All right. I want to see how I want to word it, y'all. It's not. I ain't lose train of thought. Are you convinced black women come with attitudes?
Hell yeah. My mama got one of the worst attitudes in the world, and I know it.
I mean, let's talk about it, guys. I mean,
I think
the reason I asked you that because you talking about a lot of men that's single. Attitude can make and break a home, a church, a business, you name it. Attitude is 90% of what you deal with and go through, and 10% is how you react to it.
Let me answer your question. Why I said it. A woman is born with attitude. The day her mama smack on her butt, she like, B, why you do that?
Let back up just a little bit. Okay. So, because like I want, like I said, I don't want no heat. I don't want no smoke.
I want the smoke.
I don't want no smoke.
I want the smoke because
I don't want no smoke. Here's what I'm trying to ask my brother Teddy right here. Meaning, all right, let me say it another way. Western world women. Because see, I just left Africa, man, in January. All right? And I'm noticing a lot of women comes off as submissive, meaning
in Africa?
They traditional.
But you said South Africa. What part of Africa?
East Africa.
East Africa.
East Africa. And with that being said, meaning the ones who like, okay, I'm married, the way they cover up and the way they do things. And I say submissive meaning they conform to authority, meaning if the man is the head, then it's like, you know what? I'm gonna let him conduct business with who, like if somebody come here to cut a tree, they gotta consult with me. You're not going to talk to my wife. You gotta consult with me. If you come here and you wish to win over my vote or promote, you need to see me, not go and talk to my old lady. You understand what I'm saying? And
I love to hear those things, but the key is you said East Africa.
Right. So let me get back to the question, meaning,
okay,
because when you say, because you finna go into them getting smacked on the ass, I just want to get this attitude thing out of the way, meaning, is it just black women that want to come with attitude?
I mean, we can break it down.
All right, break it down, man.
I'm gonna tell you like
break it down. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. Okay, yeah. Then we're gonna do a retake. All right. Look, guys. We're gonna get back into this question. We finna go into a brief intermission, and then we're gonna get right back into it. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it here. All right.
All right, guys. We appreciate your patience. We back after our brief intermission. Again, we just want to pick up on the question that was left off. Do you feel, Teddy, that black women have attitudes?
Yeah, man. Black women got attitudes, man. I feel like.
Why is that?
I think women are born with attitudes, man.
Oh God.
I think women are born with attitudes. I think it's something that if you look at all races, I don't care white, green, and shit like that.
Right.
I think black women have that natural. I don't give a fuck, and that can be a good thing. I'm not saying that it's bad. But if you look at the average relationship, black women love to go off on a motherfucker.
But see, the reason I'm asking, do you think they have an attitude, and it's a two-piece question, like why is that? Meaning, you don't think after all of what they had to endure, I mean, for the last 400 years, I mean, as brothers and black men, we've dealt with a lot, and we're still dealing with a lot. I mean, to this very day with the police killings, just being a black man here in America. Out of all of what women had to deal with as being single mothers, as being doggone the breadwinner, as being protectors for their babies, and trying to be a backbone for black men, you don't think that deserve attention and what creates that attitude?
I think both do. Are black men born with attitudes? don't you think that a man should have an attitude, especially living in what we live through now? I think that the color of our skin is almost cursed to society because, man, I'm scared when I drive. Sometimes I'm scared when I drive because I feel like, man, I can be on my high, man, on life, but it's gonna be police or some other brother mug me because I'm in a good spirit,
Right.
And I feel like, man, we are cursed, man. It's just like a Atlanta sports team. We can't goddamn win, and black women, man, we support our women. I hear a lot about this that men don't support our women. We do, man. We do support our women. I'm not gonna lie. It's all about how we were educated to teach and love our women, though.
Well, Ted, let me say this just as a word, as words of encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
When you out on your high and you living your best life, I just want you to know that you're not gonna make it out alive. You understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna make it out alive. So with that being said, meaning you can't let the devil steal your joy. Meaning you got to live your best life out here. And with that being said, meaning out of all of what we've endured and had to deal with in 400 plus years, we still here smiling and we going strong as a people.
Well, you know what? I wish I was 400 years because I want to know what women had to go through back in the day besides cleaning linen and goddamn frying chicken and shit.
Man, no white men, they raped our women. They sat there and raped them in front of us, man.
I get that. Don't get it twisted. But what you think they did to the man? When the man got a certain size, they killed the big man because they thought he was too strong and he was gonna overcome. We lost a lot of black men out there, just like we lost a lot of women. I do see that. You know what I'm saying? I do feel that we owe a debt to our women. There's no disrespect in that. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly feel that black men always get the bottom of the shoe in society. To everything, we are judged.
But let me give you some words of encouragement again, because see, I want you to know this before you leave here. Don't you know you naturally a threat and you win with your hands down? Meaning, if you were to go out here and you were to mate with an Asian woman, a white woman, a Spanish woman, don't you know that baby becomes automatically black?
Of course.
If black men like yourself go around this whole entire planet just having their way with women, you're gonna create an all black society. Did you know that?
Of course.
So you are a threat. Meaning the whites are the recessive gene, and not only that, they make up the minority on this whole entire planet. With that being said, you are the threat with being who you are.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm not saying that make it right for you to be at the bottom of the totem pole, or for us, I'm sorry, to be at the bottom of the totem pole. But I do know why we under attack. And do I feel our women need our support? Yeah, but just to answer that question again, so you do think that it's not a Western world thing where women have attitudes, but do you think it's just solely black women?
All women need to be respected. I'm not gonna say just black women, but I do think all women deserve respect. But it goes to how I honestly feel. I think we should respect one another.
Right, I agree.
And I honestly do feel that we should respect one another. It shouldn't be one sided. It shouldn't just be respect black women.
Right.
I think
people
we
in
all,
general need to respect
we all
one
should
another.
be respected, man, because without no respect, man, what you got?
Right, I agree. But you know what? In today's society, and this kind of outside of what we're talking about, love and relationship, for those of y'all who are tuned in, we discussing love and relationship, and
we talking love and relationship.
Love and relationship. So I want people to know that in today's society, meaning from Generation X all the way down to the millennials, we've been taught that money, power, and respect. So you get the money first, you go and get the bag, you gain the power, and then you get the respect. And that's how the average person, man and woman, move. Money, power, and respect. And I don't think that's right. Meaning, if my fellow brother right here don't have the money, so that means he's not deserving or worthy of my respect. I don't agree with that. But let's just move on to the next question. Being that we're talking about love and relation, what do you think makes a healthy relationship? What are some things that create a healthy relationship?
Hey man, compromising and commitment.
Ooh.
if you don't compromise
Right.
with one another,
Right.
what do you have?
Gotcha. I'm with
You
you.
know, you have to compromise. Sometimes, man, you have to do things that you don't want to do
I agree, man.
out of the respect
Right.
of your partner. You know what I'm saying? I know in my situation, it's a lot of stuff, but I ain't gonna say a lot of stuff, but man, I go with it because it don't bother me. What benefits from that is that you still got somebody that got your back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Kind of like that old saying, "Happy wife, happy life." So if
Hey,
it's gonna make
man.
if we're gonna make the missus happy, then
I
you just
never
gotta-
I was one of the ones that believe that happy wife, happy life crowd.
Really?
Because I feel like shit, what about me? You know what I'm saying? She gonna make me happy, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ain't talking about no Valentine's Day sex. I wanna know if you gonna make me happy. Like
Right. What are
like-
some things that can make you happy from a woman or from your significant
Hey man,
other?
you gotta compliment me. Women do not compliment their man like that.
Really?
No, a woman
Talk about
you
it.
can ask the average woman. You know what her compliment is?
What's that?
I'm ready, baby. You did. That's it.
Oh.
Sex.
Really?
Yes. I feel that a woman don't compliment their man like that, man. Women. And I'm just saying, this is from a man.
So you don't think they speak how the man like you know what,
No.
my baby fixed the water heater. He changed it.
No. How old she is? In her 40s or her 50s?
Oh, okay.
If you-
Okay.
if you-
Nobody in their 30s do that.
Majority. Listen, I feel like majority of the women that do have been in long relationships, or they was raised correct. If you ask the average woman, and I'm saying the average woman, like, when the last time you gave a man a compliment? I don't know, but he pulled up on me and he knocked me out. But they don't give compliment. They don't talk about your haircut. They don't say he can dread. You know what I'm saying? They don't do stuff like that.
So what you? All right. So, I mean, I don't know if I fully agree with that one, but moving on.
Ask other men, and I guarantee you.
I see dudes compliment you on social media. Man,
No,
I saw
but
this shit,
women,
man.
but a lot of women
Dudes
don't.
and women.
I understand, but what I'm saying is this: the single brothers that are out there, ask them when the last time a woman ever bought them something, or just said thank you or I appreciate you. And when I tell you,
Am I allowed to speak? Because
you gonna need this right
I'm
here.
in a different bracket.
You gonna need this shit right here, cause it gonna bring tears to your eye like it
Really?
did me. Yes, I promise you.
Well,
Women don't
let
compliment.
move on then, Teddy. Cause like I
Okay.
said, I think you finna get some kickback behind that. So
No.
look, no, okay. So let me ask you, what do you think is a good age to start dating? I mean, in a serious relationship, what's a good age?
30.
Really?
Yeah.
That
Don't
is-
date in your 20s. Have fun in your 20s. You grow up when you
But
ready.
Teddy,
Mhm.
you don't think that takes away meaning? I mean, I'm gonna ask you the question. In fact, I asked that one this, but you don't think that take away from the value of a man and a woman, like just being promiscuous, meaning dating around in a teenage space in their early 20s?
Because I look at me when I was a kid, when I was 17 years old, I used to call myself a rabbit
Okay.
because I wanted everything. When I was 25 years old, I wanted a competition. I wanted to have as much sex as I wanted to in each month.
I think that's the average guy, though. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what
didn't
you're
take
saying.
it serious. And even when I started having children, I always felt like I love my kid, but I don't love their mamas.
Oh,
But when I got 30 years old,
wow.
that pillow started feeling real cold.
Right.
That other side of the bed started feeling real like needed.
Right.
And so that's when I had to man up and say, you know what? It's time to find a
All right.
girl.
Now let me say this real quick for everybody that's viewing the show. I mean that you got Teddy's side of it, but I want to just say this real quick. These are words from Lao Tzu. All right. Free from desire, you see the mystery. Caught in desire, you get its manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, let's just slow down. Free from desire, you see the mystery. Caught in desire, you get its manifestation. So, for anybody that's between the ages of 18 and 25, you will not be able to satisfy desire.
There you
You
go.
will not be able.
Tell
So
it.
you
Tell
can sit
it.
here, you can get you some good vagina or whatever you think is good. It can be ice cream, it can be dessert. You will not satisfy desire. So therefore, you are on a hamster wheel. You're
There you
going in
go.
a circle. So once you learn that concept and you're able to comprehend the words of Lao Tzu, free from desire, you caught in a mystery. Well, damn it. Well, just rewinding. All right, I'm fucking up now. I fuck up sometime. But look, all of what I'm saying is you won't be able to satisfy desire. So if you even if you give it 200 years to live, you would not be able to fuck all of the women in the world. Once I learned that, I got the fuck out the way, and I'm not out of the picture yet. I'm still young, y'all. You know what I mean? I like to think I'm out of the picture, and avoidance, all right? Self-preservation, avoidance. Just avoid all of the bullshit. Avoid the clubs. Avoid anything that you think would be detrimental to your livelihood and you and your significant other. But all right, let's get into it, because then when I'm finna action next, being that you said that.
Mm-hmm.
This is a two-part question. Mm-hmm. Does body count matter? And if so, why? And what's too many?
Let me tell you something. Body count means a lot to me.
Okay.
Because I dated a girl, we went out 3 or 4 times, and she had banged somebody that worked there.
Really? 3 or 4 times each time?
No. Each time.
Shit.
The gym we went to, she banged a nigga. We went out to eat. She had. I just felt like she probably had a body count of a cemetery. You did.
Oh Lord.
I just felt like it was too extreme.
You scaring me.
I'm serious.
I need to be locked down. Hey, baby, don't let me go. You hear me? Keep me.
Hey,
I'm sorry. Whatever.
It just felt that way, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what's too many?
From a woman, I don't think a woman should have had sex with over 6 men.
That's a lot, Teddy.
That's a lot, ain't it? I know.
That's a lot.
If you 3 is to me, 3 is the limit.
Okay.
I made a post. I made a post.
Uh-huh.
The women goddamn were mad. They had banged over 20-some dudes. And I did. I think me and a couple of my partners were like, "That's too many."
Because that fuck up their reputation. Like they still want to be looked at as wholesome, and they women. I'm a lady.
They should start wearing shirts that say Subway because they have been up through that.
Oh,
that's how I feel.
Oh, y'all look.
You know what too much, man. I feel like the body count does matter. Do a body count matter?
I agree with Teddy, man. I mean. And look, let me just. I want to clear it up. Let me clarify. All right, this just for me, and this just my opinion. I'm not here to say that Teddy is right all the time and I'm right. We just conversing. We having a conversation. And the reason I think a body count is too much, meaning I've dated a young lady and I've taken a virginity. And with that being said, meaning most women I've ever talked to on camera or off camera, meaning. Their first time, it wasn't the most pleasant, meaning it was something they're not used to. I mean, you got somebody entering the temple, and I'm trying to be as PC as possible. And when you've been around town, Tom, Dick, Harry, Larry, Curly Moe, Snap, Cracker, Pop, then you got guys who curve, you got guys with limbs, you got guys with girth, and they digging in. And and with that being said, I mean, this is the most prized possession, meaning the vajayjay, the vagina, and it is sacred. I mean, this is the give of life. Life come up out of that camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I couldn't dated me. I couldn't. I try not to do the body count. But when you lay next to it, you can smell the souls. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't.
I never forget, I went on a date with that girl. We was on the MARTA bus and shit. And I was like, okay, blah, blah, blah. She gonna come to the house. But it stuck with me. And this happened over 10 years ago. It stuck with me because if it was that easy for me to meet you at the train station and get up through there, when I walked you to the bus stop, were you gonna go home or were you gonna go to another dude's house?
Right. It make you think, right?
But watch this.
Well, we logical.
But watch this. When I called her, what you think she said? I'm with my cousin, and we at her homeboy house. I already knew what was going on.
Let me say that. You're gonna find me playing advocate because, like I say, I'm not. I just want to be open-minded about what we discussing and be as mature as possible. Meaning, if you are a promiscuous male or promiscuous female and you like to sleep around and have sex with multiple partners, if that's your thing, as long as you're real with yourself, All right, as long as you're real with yourself, that's cool. Because
Mm-hmm.
when I was young, hell yeah, if I could have slept with 100 women a month, hell yeah, I'm in. And I mean, I never did it. I mean, for the record, nah, I never did it. But like I say, I mean, hell yeah, I mean, like when you're young, who don't enjoy sex? I mean,
a lot of times, you're right.
if you promiscuous and you know you like to have sex and you enjoy having sex with multiple partners, do your thing. All right, women have outnumbered men since the beginning of time. Somebody got to take care of them. All right, so like I say, I'm not trying to mislead the youth. If you're young and you below the age of 18, and you shouldn't be watching this. All right, this for grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? And Teddy, let's get on with the next question, man. Because like I say, so you, what was your answer for body count? Do you think body count matters?
Yeah.
So you said 6, or are you going with 3?
I'm gonna go. 3 would be perfect. It would be ideal.
6 is a lot.
6 is a lot.
Like. All right, let me ask you this, Teddy. How much dick do a woman need to say, you know what, this is the right guy for me?
I'm gonna let the first 2, because when she prop her chair,
Okay.
it hurted her, and it probably don't.
It wasn't the most pleasant. All right.
The second
okay.
one probably was just okay. I popped it. Let me try it again.
Okay.
You take those 2 out.
All right.
After that, she need to have a damn boyfriend or something. You know what I'm saying? After that, she need after that, you do need a high school boyfriend. And what you saying?
Well, what she got a boyfriend every month?
That's that's a problem.
And she had sex with each one of them.
That's an issue.
But I'm just saying, if that's all you said, she need to get a boyfriend. So
But if she having sex that month, that woman need to get a damn sewing kit and tie her coochie together because she doing too much.
They called it a chastity belt. You put a lock on it.
Yeah.
It's
A
a
woman
chastity
should be
belt.
having
You put a lock on it.
If you have check this
You
out.
gotta think about it. Same way, I'm sure.
What I need to think about?
No,
woman.
let me say, you need
Okay.
to think about it. Y'all are men, right?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Y'all done had sex with more than 2 women. Okay, right? Correct?
Uh-huh.
More.
Okay, say for instance, just pick 2.
Okay.
What if both of them was just awful? Like, just...
That don't mean.
It does. Let me tell you
Wait,
something.
wait.
It does matter.
No, it
Because
don't.
Yes, it does. Because what if you get into a relationship with somebody? We had the same conversation. Remember, I told you about. They said that they didn't touch them in the way that they wanted to be touched. They were trying to teach them, and this person isn't teachable. You're not satisfying them in that regard, and you trying to teach, you trying to work because everything else about him was awesome.
Right. Well, I want to say this. I'm not here to say that it's bad.
No. I'm just thinking about,
right.
6 women. That's why I asked, like, how old is this woman?
Well, the reason I would say 6 women is too many because here's my thing.
6 men.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, 6 men. Meaning, the reason I would say that is because they all express their first time as being, again, like, some would say, I really enjoyed myself. And like Shawty say, never as good as the first time. That was her song. It's never as good as the first time. So obviously it worked out for her. The guy was slow. He probably made love to her and took his time to make sure she had a pleasant experience and enjoy the dick. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, meaning, if you promiscuous and you had a great time and you say, you know what, now I want to kick it with John Doe. Now I want to kick it with such and such because I find them to be attractive and I want to see what it's like. If that's your thing, fine. But when it comes to settling down, again, we're talking about the most prized possession that a woman could offer you. This was JJ.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, she letting you inside the temple. This is the giver of life.
She gotta first of all, she gotta respect her temple too.
She has to.
Because I get what you're saying.
Man.
Like what you're saying. Understand something. It's a muscle, correct? The vagina.
That'd be like a rubber band.
Yeah. So don't you think
After
she
one
should
too many.
respect herself? Why do a man have to come in there and he have to he gotta fall through a hole or a tunnel because something went up down there
and dug it out.
Using that shelf digging out.
And
Why should he have to go to that? And then she started to feel like, he got that little, he can't do it. No, it's you. So many women talk about how they want this man to have this and that. I had to learn something.
You right, Teddy.
When a woman want this and that, it because they have been up through there.
They've been up through
that. I
They've
never felt
that,
insecure.
Right.
Because I used to look at it like this. If I gotta put a fist in you, it's an issue, and I have had to do that.
Oh God.
I have had
Teddy.
to do that. I remember one
Teddy,
time,
you
man.
scaring me,
I
man.
never forget that. I was staying in
Oh,
Oak Tree
God.
apartment. I was staying in Oak Tree apartment. I kid you, it's thundering out there. This girl, I had 4 fingers like this, and she said, stick another finger in there. I'm just like this, and this girl had to be about 20 years old.
Are
dig?
you serious?
I
Teddy?
had never experienced that, and from that day on, I started feeling more secure about myself because it women
Dude.
out there walking around with damn
Who can please a horse?
With damn horse probably still ain't feeling it up.
Oh Lord!
Gotta have a damn T-Rex.
But you got, you know what? I've heard women having that go through reconstructive surgery
They
behind
got
that.
to.
Yeah.
Because it looked like chewed up dog food.
Oh,
They
God.
have you commend them doctors.
But you said 20 years old though.
Bro, she was 20 years old. I put this on everything. My
So
home.
she had more miles than a goddamn Honda Accord.
She had more,
From a college student.
She did. I had my homeboy. I tagged him in. He was supposed to go next. That nigga walked out just like that. No, yo, I'm good. He was from I think he from Philly.
Uptown,
He was
okay,
like, yo,
okay.
I'm good, y'all. And I said,
So he knew what was going on.
I knew what was going on.
So you know what that woman gonna say? These guys, they little mini mans. They little right in the size, pig in the blanket.
Hey,
Because she don't have what you in it. And disrespecting the temple.
I have a pig in the blanket any damn day if I got to deal with a subway, Tony. I ain't mad, baby.
I ain't mad at you, Teddy. But look, let's go on to the next question. So,
Okay.
we're
What? What's that?
but look, let make sure I ain't leaving nothing out. So we agreed that a good age. You said 30. I don't agree with that, Teddy, but you said 30.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that being practical soon, you can be as practical as Isha said, 16 years old. If you mature and you know where you want to be and you got a future outlook, meaning a house, dog,
But
hubby.
it's the mindset part.
Okay,
I
okay,
do
okay,
agree with
okay.
that.
Okay.
But I felt like as a man when I matured.
Right, when
I
you
matured
at
when I
30.
got probably 28 years
During
old.
the first show, I had somebody say the same thing you said. At 30 years old, is it
But
good?
but I'm telling you,
God
I
damn, that's
matured.
old, man.
My first time really appreciating a woman was probably when I was 30 years old.
Really?
She told me,
Okay.
she said,
So you've been through the ups and downs. All right, go ahead. My bad.
She told me I was cheating at that time.
Oh,
But what made the cheating with her so important was the simple fact she knew about my girl.
oh.
But the thing about her, she gave me a choice.
Mm.
She said, you gonna stay with me or you gonna go to her.
Okay.
And that shit was so big, girl, to me. I thought that was so dope because
Yeah.
she was telling me
That's
like,
mature.
She was
Because
just
normally they
like-
get in their feelings.
yeah, but she
Uh-huh.
was just like, she gave me that blue pill, red pill.
Uh-huh.
And I ain't gonna lie, she was a doctor. She had
Okay.
that money,
Uh-huh.
but I chose the
Yeah.
opposite pill.
Okay.
I should have went the other way, but I did. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
money ain't everything. though.
No, it wasn't the money. It was just
Right.
simple fact. It's hard to find a woman that can appreciate you.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. Could that bring me to the next question right here?
Okay.
Why do guys cheat the way they do? Like, what's
Why
the
do
reason
men
for
cheat?
cheating?
And I'm
Yeah.
glad you asked me that.
Okay.
Why do men cheat? Boredom.
All right, elaborate, man. Explain, man. I'm
Let me
lost
tell
on
you
that. Talk
something. A
to me,
man
Ted.
can have a good woman at
Talk to me.
home.
Uh-huh.
A woman can have a good woman at home, but they can be disconnected.
Like disconnect the house. Go ahead. Like talk to
They can have good sex,
Uh-huh.
but what else do they have? You can meet a freak on
But shouldn't that come with getting to know that person as
sometimes
you grow together?
that's why having sex every day can get boring. That's why it's not good to have sex every day.
So it's people who try to have sex every day?
Yeah,
Really?
they do. Me when I got in a
come on,
relationship,
Ted.
I
That's
try
like
to
a
have,
hot dog down the hallway again. If you sitting there beating out every day, god damn.
I don't believe in having sex every day. now.
Oh, okay, all right. We got that
I
out the
believe
way.
in having
Okay.
sex at least.
Would you like head every day?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah, of course. I think
Okay.
a woman should. I think a woman should appreciate a man microphone. You get what I'm saying?
I
that's
do.
a man should. And women love doing it. Women love doing it because it's something that you don't talk them.
Well, I mean,
I'm telling you, man.
I mean, talk to me, Ted, because I don't know, man. I don't.
A man like what he like.
Aren't women selective? Meaning, like, you think like every woman give every dude head?
No, a lot of women can't give head
Oh, okay.
because they got gonorrhea.
God damn, Teddy, you.
No,
you
not
scared
what
me, man. I don't know what the fuck to think anymore.
Man, when a
That's why
woman,
we got
let me
Teddy
tell
on
you
the
something.
show,
When a
man.
woman don't want to kiss you, that woman got herpes in her fucking mouth. Why you don't want to kiss?
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, I'm not a kissing person myself, though, Teddy. So if she don't want to kiss me, I think that's fine.
I look at my lips as like women don't look at my lips and want to bite them out like a chip. I get that about me. I love to kiss. I think when you have a woman and she got curves, you know what I'm saying? That shit is dope. Me personally, I like it. You know what I'm saying? But I talked to the girl one time and I was like, why you don't like kissing and stuff? I just don't. She never gave me an explanation until I realized that girl probably had herpes in her mouth.
Okay, so what's the reason for guys cheating the way they do, man? I hear this too often. Women say relationships, majority of the time,
a lot of men don't know how to accept that they're in a relationship. A lot of dudes get scared.
So guys, so it's safe to say guys are scared of commitment.
Yeah, men are scared of commitment.
But why? Because look, I'm a grown ass man. When I say I'm a grown ass man, meaning like I got my ish together. I'm a man without a woman. I'm a man with a woman. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, if I done bought a house, if I run the business and a woman try to doggone marry me or be committed to me, I got a lot to lose. So I would see why commitment would be scary. But if I don't have all of these things to lose, like a lot of guys that I know, why the fuck are they scared of commitment? That's the part I don't get.
I'm gonna tell you something. When I was in a 13-year relationship, and I tell everybody this, I wasn't happy, bro.
Why you weren't happy, Teddy? How the fuck can you go 13 years and not be happy?
Because she spoiled me. And she let me cheat. She let me do multiple things. So why would I leave?
Teddy's not. Why would you leave? Because the value of a relationship. Let me just say this, Teddy. I think a lot of men don't know the value of a relationship. And hey guys, we coming up on another intermission, and we're not gonna keep y'all too long. We coming up on an intermission. We're gonna resume this conversation, and like I said, after that, we're gonna wrap things up. But let's go into a brief intermission.
Yo.
All right, thanks guys for bearing with us. We appreciate all of the views, and please leave your comments and let us know what y'all agree with and what y'all don't agree with. Cause I'm not agreeing with everything Teddy's saying, so that brings me back into this right here. I just want to clear this up. I'm not convinced every woman like to give head and that every woman give head. You know what I mean? And Teddy gonna tell us otherwise.
Why a woman why a woman like giving head?
Yeah, cause I don't agree with that. I don't think a lot of women like to give head.
I think a lot of women love giving head. I ain't say like love.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. You got girls with big booties, girls with bell peppers, and girls with no booty. That girl with no booty, she might have a big chest or whatever. A dude might tell her like, "Shit, you ain't got no ass, but you give me some head." She gon'.
But Teddy, you never mentioned personality.
No, when it comes to giving head, you ain't got no personality. Even the dumbest dog got that, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, personality come later. I remember one time when I was in a relationship, I didn't want no girl to do that because I was just like, hey,
well, let me rewind, because like maybe I asked the question wrong. Meaning, I think when you're a person looking to settle down and you looking for the beauty of a relationship and all that comes with it, meaning there's benefits and incentives that come with a solid relationship. Meaning we can both agree that coochie cat ain't everything. You can have the best pussy in the world, but that ain't gonna keep a guy. Can we agree on that?
Oh, hell yeah.
We can agree on that. You can have the best head in the world. You can be super head. She's very popular for giving head, but can she keep a guy? So we can agree that having the best head don't keep a guy, right? So that brings me to personality, meaning all of the things that will sustain a healthy relationship, because we're talking about love and relationship. We ain't talking about flings. You know what I mean? Where you just slam bam, thank you, man. I'm over and out it. You know what I'm saying? Up and out it. Now, if we talking about flings and you got some fire head, yes, let me have that fire head. Oh, it was fire. I'm out of here. Oh, you got some good coochie cat on you for JJ, however they refer to it. That was pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the future. I'm gonna keep it pushing. But things that sustain a solid relationship. You know what I mean? So that brings me back to that question. What was the damn question, Teddy?
About the head.
About the head part.
I think women love doing it.
I
think women love doing it. I don't think they like men who love to eat butt and stuff. I think that shit.
You think men love to eat booty?
Yeah, a lot of men. Behind closed doors,
I never ate ass in my life.
I haven't either.
Oh.
I haven't, but a lot of it's just like me being a big dude.
Can I share a secret with you
Uh-huh.
that I don't mind sharing?
Okay.
I never gave head a day in my life.
You never gave head?
A day in my life.
My ass, why?
We don't. we haven't crossed that bridge yet. Meaning, as we continue to grow in the relationship, so it's look, now it's like you about to interview me. Meaning, I believe in gradual steps. Meaning, when you grow as a person, like when you grow as a unit. Meaning, whoa, man, you get to catch the details in a particular meaning. Let's just say, like right now, sex do it for us.
I can agree with that.
I mean, if my old lady was just to take down her pants and I see her some sexy lingerie, it could be some boy shorts. I'm ready to rock and roll. And sex is pleasant, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, if I think as we gradually get to a point, let's just say we reach our 40s, mid-40s, or 50s, and we decide to say, you know what, let's take it to the next level, then it's there. In other words, like, I feel like a lot of young folks in a teenage stage, meaning they jump into everything so fast. Can we agree on that?
That's true.
Meaning, okay, they in a rush to be grown, then the rush to get out on their own. Is it safe to say that?
Yeah.
Meaning, like we wanted to drive at the age of 12, 13, but I can't wait till I get my box Chevy or Cutlass. Many young folks wanted to do things expeditiously. You know what I mean?
Fair.
And with that being said, if you done jumped off the table and you done gave up your most prized possession just to be experienced to say I've had sex, or ooh, I even given head and I'm experienced in that area, by the time you get to your significant other, you done gave away all of your most value.
But my thing is, see, here's a good question.
Okay, what's that? Talk for me?
Yeah.
Or for the people?
For you.
Okay.
Do you receive head?
No. I don't.
We can move to the set.
All right.
But I like that, you know. Because
I mean, it's true, man.
What works for y'all,
Right.
works for y'all, you know.
Right, because see, here's the thing, what Hetty don't know is I'm green in my own way. All right? When I say green, meaning have I had sex with multiple females prior to being married? Yeah. I've had sex with multiple females, you know what I mean? And with that being said, have I ever had head before, to answer his question? Yeah, I've had head numerous of times. But in the process of being with my significant other who I married, I'm her first kiss. I'm her first sexual partner, first everything. So it's a gradual process. Where she's submissive and say, you know what, I'm willing to do this to please my man, yeah. But it's just something we haven't come across yet. So it's definitely something to look forward to in the future. It may never come.
But that's just like before, you know, with my relationship. I only did oral 3 times in my life. I didn't want to do it.
Did it.
I never wanted to do it.
I would love a female body part. If my old lady say, you know what, baby, you know what, you done talked about that, I feel some type of way. I want some head tonight. However she want it and however she describe what would make her feel like, you know what, do it like this, that feels good when you do that. I watched enough Pornhub. I got an idea. You understand what I'm saying? And I love the female anatomies. You know what I'm saying? So if kissing ass, grabbing ass, or grabbing titties and giving head, if that's her thing, and she say, you know what, I enjoy that. I'm with it.
You do it like 4 times a day then.
I mean, to please my woman.
Nah,
to please my woman. You know what I mean?
But to me, I didn't do it, man. I didn't feel like it had to be done.
I had a female tell me, like, dude, like, I've given you head. When am I gonna get my turn? Like, you know, we done kicked it. You know what I mean? When am I gonna get my turn? And I'm like, I ain't doing it. I ain't never doing it.
I said, I get got these days. You know what I'm saying? They do that. Oh, I'm sleepy now. I'll be like,
oh no, man.
I'll be like, nah, can I get me?
Yeah.
Be like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what would be your advice to young folks who never gave head?
Hey man, I salute you, man. Don't get head.
Meaning, if you're between the ages, if you 13, between the ages of 13 and 25, and you never gave head, or never even had a sexual experience with a partner, a significant other, what would be your advice to them?
Wait till it comes to you, man. Do it naturally. Everything is organic. Like, don't rush nothing, man.
Salute.
If you rush anything, man, it'll cause a lot of problems. I
Salute.
feel like this. Should I have waited for sex? Yes. I wish I would have waited till I was about 18 to 25 or something.
Not me. I agree with everything he said. Hell no.
But
I mean that's just me. I ain't want to wait.
I'm saying I jumped out the porch at a very, very young age.
Me too. What was your young age, man? Now that you
My
mentioned.
first time I got hit was 8. And my first time having sex was 10.
Oh, okay. Well, that's early, man. I got head when I was 13, if not 14. That was my
See,
first
when
time
I was
getting
13, I already was up through there. But
Yeah.
I just feel like 8 years old, I shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah. Well, my first sexual encounter. Well, I ain't get no nut. You know what I mean? I kind of got in, but I ain't get to dig in and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? It went left, man, because like I said, we were young and we were just trying to get in. It ain't like I had no place or anything, but it was at a young age. But my first real encounter, I think I was like 13, man. 13.
When I was 13, I was already 2 years after that. I moved in with a woman
Oh, okay.
that was way older than me, so I
Gotcha.
already was like.
Gotcha.
I felt like, and then I had a lot of my homeboys because I felt like, you know how you ain't want them to know.
You ain't want to know you stand with a female?
Now that you
That
having
was the
sex.
that was the whole reason I got here, Ted. That was the whole reason I got here because I had a dude at school talking about the girl that lived in my neighborhood. So I'm thinking like, damn, he done got head from a motherfucker that live in my neighborhood, and I ain't even got the head. You know what I mean? So I went and doggone I went and got it popping, man. And she was telling me, she's like, Frank, man, you don't seem like that tight. So in other words, she was trying to tell me I'm conservative. So I went ratchet enough.
Well, I had a female do that too. I didn't know you wanted to do it. I'm like, but you let those 9 do it.
Well, I ain't throw nobody else up under the bus, but my whole thing was I knew she was out there. She was about that life.
I ain't throw nobody.
She was
under
cool
the
with
bus.
being promiscuous, but my thing is I got niggas who ain't even from my doggone community getting head from you, and I ain't even get my dick sucked, and I got to get in on this. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of got aggressive, man. I mean, not in a way like I'm finna choke y'all. I ain't do none of that.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, hell no.
Right,
Nah,
come on.
nah. Hell no.
Hey, I'm gonna get me.
Hell
just
no.
like how you got that.
Nah, but it kind of goes back to what you were saying about that story. Meaning, after I left from up there, then I had a little partner. I ain't gonna throw him up on the book. I know you know him, nigga from Tower. But he was next. He got out the school bus late after I got out the school bus, so he was very much on his way over there. But I had to give me some head to be able to high five the homies to say, boy, I got my dick sucked before, and I was 13. You know what I'm saying?
I lied, but I salute you on that, man. But
yeah, man,
I learned a lot.
I salute myself. I was true to myself, my nigga.
I think that's why I learned a lot, man, about relationship.
That nigga gonna eat my ass up on that live, man. That nigga ain't.
They
ain't gonna give me. Okay, good. If they see the video, they gonna eat my ass up like, this nigga ain't getting his dick up. Nigga, what kind of relationship you in, nigga?
But it's good to talk about that because
I mean,
who are we
man,
to
wait. Let me just be clear, man, for anybody who watching. I know who I am when I look in the mirror. I got to live in my skin. All is well on my end. I mean, like I say, I'm not here to boast and brag about my pockets, about my lifestyle and how I live. I mean, I'm very much capable of doing all of what I want to do in my life. But like I say, my choices are mine.
Do you feel that you can go without having receiving all sex?
Well, that should be part of it now, though. I mean, if you've been exposed.
I think that honestly, oral sex is kind of like a thing of foreplay. And sometimes it doesn't have to be all the time, but sometimes, you know, you just like you tell me you have your desires, you have your desires. Sometimes I be like, okay, look, I'm finna do that right now in this moment. It's not because you prompted me to do it.
Right.
It's nothing. It's because
I totally 100% agree with you.
It's something about being able to please your man.
Right.
Like,
I 100% agree with her.
It's nothing. If
Meaning it's part of foreplay.
Some men don't like it. They don't like to get their dicks up.
Ooh.
I'm not him. I mean, like, if my woman would want to please me.
But I'm just saying, I've heard that before, that they don't like it. They just don't like it. And they don't give it.
I never heard that.
Like it.
I got a partner who
that.
said he never bust off of it. And I was just like, fuck it the fuck. You know, like, that's the weakest shit ever. I that's why I don't believe
I never bust off of neither. I got my dick sucked, but I never bust off of it. I'm a pussy
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I said it wrong. I mean, meaning I like the whole dancer. Like I like to like get into it, man. You know what I mean? I feel like some form of dominance. Like I just dominated the pussy. Like no nigga ain't finna dominate no pussy. I mean, they squeeze
No,
a human out
I get
of it.
what you're saying.
That ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean?
I get that, and you're right. No disagreement. But I'm sorry if it feeling good. I
would want to sit back and say, you know what? I'm being pleasure and my significant other exploring my body parts and kind of like what Isha was saying, meaning it's a form of foreplay, meaning like once you get me there, I'm not convinced you're gonna get me out just with no head. I mean, you're gonna have to be like that girl. What that Kareem? I mean, I never experienced it, man.
Sometimes
I never
I
experienced
have to stop the situation only because
You
the
want the
women
last.
be slick though. They women be slick. They know how to get you up through there when you about to go up through there, and you be like, I see what you did. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I don't, because if you sit there and you get me off with some head, let's just say if a female does get me off with some head, round two, you finna goddamn feel the round. Round two, it's like, I mean, that's just like, I'm assuming Viagra.
Round two.
I never had to do a pill. You good?
Yeah.
I never had to do a pill a day in my life. But like I say, Teddy, you'd be surprised. I'm green, meaning when it came to like a lot of the dudes I hung around with, meaning a lot of the niggas I hung around with, they were class of 2000 and they were older than that, like class of 98 and 96. A lot of the niggas, part of my crew. But here's the thing, when we were doing hot boy shit, we was on hot boy shit, peeling cars and doing licks and shit like that. Whereas I did have a lot of dudes who were like, man, we're going to want to get up on some women. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, 13 getting some ass or getting some head, that's late in the game. Like, I supposed to be goddamn, like getting it in at the age, like you say, at the age of 10. But I don't have no regrets to this day. I ain't got no regrets, meaning, like I say, like, I'm not saying, like, I sure miss some head. I mean, that would be a bonus, and then I'm agreeing with her, meaning, it's a form of foreplay, meaning, if I'm just sitting there, and I'm laying down, and you just coming in, you just start getting the job done, and you get that guy up, then, you know what I mean, I can do the rest from there, because, you know what I'm saying, like, that's just what I'm on.
Oh, I got my.
You know what I'm saying?
But no, that made sense, though, man. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I also, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I was abstinent for 6 years.
Ooh, why did you younger than me?
So why did I go that long?
Well, you had Pornhub, right?
I didn't do that either.
Are you serious?
I changed.
You want me to believe that, man?
It's hard.
Convince me, man. Convince me.
I mean, it was to the point to where I looked at sex like, what's the meaning of it? I remember the last time I had sex. The last time I had sex, I stopped and I told her like, I can't do this. I'm good. And I just was like, I'm straight. And I remember coming down the stairs and my cousin was in there with another girl. And he just like this, you got you? I'm like, man, nah, stop. I said, I don't like her.
Yeah.
And I didn't like her. And I that day.
So there was no connection?
Man, none of the girls I was having sex with at that time I had a connection with.
I had a connection with long they had a vagina between their legs. That was the connection.
Even with her, I just like, man, I'm straight. I said, I was looking for a purpose. And I felt like now this was the time for me to really stop and get my shit together. I think me having my last my last child has told me like it's time to be a father instead of being a donor. And that's when I devoted myself to Almighty High. Yeah.
Salute to him, man. Shout out to doggone little JoJo, man.
It was time for me to step up, man, and I stopped that shit, man. And I have no regret. I went to where women were saying I was gay. I went to the homies laughing, and I was just like, man, I don't care. I'm content. I'm good. I know me. And moving forward, when I got in my relationship, it was hard in the beginning because women, that's why I feel like a woman loves certain things. But she stood by me because it was 6 years and I had missed out. I ain't know what to do. Right. I barely knew how to kiss a goddamn neck. You get what I'm saying?
But look, let me say real quick. I don't mean to cut y'all, but I'm gonna have to cut y'all. Meaning for the viewers, cause like I said, I want to get as much intel from you. I got you here. Meaning, for a lot of young people that's watching this, like I say, people who haven't had these experiences, what would be a good way to win over a young lady, man?
To me, being yourself and finding that woman that you're attracted to, not about the physical, but what you could, if you could see yourself.
When you say being yourself, do you mean
No lies. Meaning
okay.
me.
Is that part of knowing like what you want in a woman or looking for?
You can't say it yet until you really been out, you scoping her for a while. With my relationship, I knew I wanted her 4 years ago.
Okay.
And
but what are some of the reasons that make you say, you know what, this is the one, or this is the one I'm gonna pursue for this reason?
For me, it was the way she talked to me. I had talked to some cool females, but the way this woman aura was, you know how you have that glow about you? I said, that's her.
Yeah.
And I was talking to another girl at that time. I put her to the side like, screw me, you know what I'm saying? It was something about the conversation, the first conversation we had. It was just so real. It wasn't no putting on for either party.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? Being yourself, she either gonna rock with you or she not. And what your plan is with her, do you want to hit? Do you want to be friends? Or can you see yourself with her? And the first time I saw her, I knew I wanted to be with her.
Do you believe in karma?
Oh, yes. I hit me.
So to be with a female to say, you know what, I don't want you no more, I want this one.
But you
think it's a price to pay for that?
I can tell you nothing, brother. I've been fighting karma for a long time.
We all.
But
we got to learn and go through life.
But this is the first time when I told karma, we don't need you no more. Because I went through it. I couldn't meet. When people say, why I was 6 years or why I was 8 years of being single, every woman I would meet, people always throw up, oh, it might be the women. I said, what you mean? I don't mean real women. But these real women ain't rocking with me.
What's a real woman, man?
The one that you can bring home to your mama. The one you can laugh with.
So what all does that entail? Does that include mannerism, respect?
Yeah, everything.
Okay, so what's a woman's worth?
A woman's worth?
To you. Because, it's different perspectives.
It's priceless, man. A woman's worth is priceless because if you get the ideal woman, that's what it was for. If you can sacrifice yourself for her, you know what I'm saying? If you know that not a doubt in your mind, this is what God put in front of you, that's the price you pay.
What's a man's worth? Meaning, what's the value of a man? A real man?
A loyalty.
Loyalty?
Like, I feel like if a man has put his depth into a woman, I honestly feel that he deserves loyalty.
Loyalty.
Because society not going to give you that, especially being a man of color, I feel. But
so that answer to any young folks that are watching and want to get on the dating scene, what are some of the qualifications, or like what would you advise to them about dating? Like if you had to tell them anything, meaning like things to look out for, or the pros and cons.
Get to know that person. Don't text.
I agree with that.
Don't text. Pick up the telephone, talk to them, and get a feel with each other.
Right.
Because if you doing that texting and shit,
communicate, right?
You can't have no communication like that. Converse with each other.
I agree.
And then stop going on dates. Go on dates when you in that relationship. Sometimes.
But what you mean by that? Start going on dates. Isn't
that
date, part of getting to know the person?
Going on a date with one person, yes.
Oh.
But how can you date multiple people and not become a player?
I agree.
So I feel like.
All right, so that's what he mean, guys. Meaning like if you on the dating scene, or you looking for a real relationship, that doesn't mean date multiple partners to say, let me see which one is right for me. Yeah. Find that person, try and get to know that person, and develop a relationship through communication, not through text. All right, because that can be very misleading. Very misleading. Texting, you meant one thing, but then this person perceive it and take it as another. Okay, so
man, get to know her, and learn each other. A lot of times when you listen to people why they broke up, it's because they couldn't communicate with each other. They didn't know each other.
I agree.
They jumped in a relationship.
I agree.
The idea sounds good.
Right.
It looks good on paper. Both of them can be career driven. Both of them can be hustlers. Both of them can have that ambition about it, but they don't know each other.
I agree.
And then a lot of times when people get married, they like the ideal of it.
Right.
But that's why so many
communication is key. That's
why so many people in debt. They have these lavish weddings, and you ask the man, damn, bro, how you gonna pay? Man, whatever the wife want. That's bullshit.
Right.
When I get married, both of us in that motherfucker 50-50.
Okay.
Like, what we doing?
Right.
Okay, I want that too.
Okay, being that you talking to a person that's married, and like I say, for y'all who didn't catch the earlier part or just tuning in, been married well over 10 years, and when it comes to marriage, the relationship does consist of love as well as business. What percentage of it do you think is business? I mean, if you had to guess, meaning if you ever
The percentage of it, man,
of the relationship,
the business part of the relationship is probably gonna be 40 to 30%.
40 to 30.
And I say,
Why do you say that?
because at the end of the day, when you get married, the first thing is the financial part, the finances. You want to be able to buy a home together.
Right.
You want to be able to say, hey, we're gonna be bosses. We're not gonna work for this and that person.
Gotcha.
And that's when you come with the credit. And that's when you come together.
Right.
And once you build that foundation, you planted the root and shit like that, you want to see where it can come from. You want to see how successful y'all can be with each other, especially with who's going to manage the money and who ideal.
Gotcha.
You know, will you, as a man, will you be able to follow your woman lead? Or will a woman be able to follow the man lead if he's the sole creator who brought you on board? Vice versa.
I agree.
Can you do that?
Right.
And that's why I say 40 to 30, because you never put the finances before your relationship, because at the end of the day, the relationship was the part that got y'all.
And I agree with you, but only thing, if I had to change anything with what you said, I agree with everything you just said totally. If I had to change anything, I would say 60-40, meaning 40% would make up that what you was just talking about, the foundation, meaning love. If you build on love and you have that foundation, I would say 40%. When it comes to business, 60%, meaning like right now we share children together, we share mortgage together, we share a car, truck note together, and a lot of that is business. So the bulk of the relationship is business, and the reason I'm saying that for those of y'all that are tuned in, meaning a relationship does consist of business. And like Teddy was saying earlier, some guys are just, oh, I'm paying for the wedding, I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that. Having money doesn't sustain that relationship, you know. So but that foundation definitely.
Yeah, that makes sense. What you think?
No, I agree. I agree with what you were saying, because at the end of the day, I feel like that love that had brought you together.
Right.
But now that we getting to know each other, that's when because I first feel like people that get together both should be whole. It shouldn't be you working on yourself. It should kind of almost be where you're whole in a sense. Because I think that's what happens in a lot of relationships. You have a person who isn't whole come to another person who isn't whole, and they come together thinking that they whole, thinking that's going to make them complete, but it doesn't make them complete. Right. Sometimes people have to work on themselves first. So with that being said, if you two whole people come together, it comes together from love. Then once it goes from love, then it's you, because during that time that you found out that's one of the reasons you fell in love with her, because you was like, look, she's about her stuff. She's making sure she get her stuff together.
Vice versa, bring out the better side of you. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna speak from my experiences. Meaning, we were able to build together. Meaning, when she didn't have no car, I didn't have a car. Did I have a job prior to her? Did I start out as the breadwinner for the first 7 years, 8 years? Yeah. And as we continue to grow together and have each other's back and support one another, we was all chipping in and building. Meaning her, myself, we were chipping in on what we were building. Now, if it was a waste of time, meaning, all right, you playing me, I'm playing you, then we both wasting our time.
Well, I look at it like what we talked about in the beginning about when I was in the hotel, when I got in a relationship with her, I did have a car for 20 seconds before it got stolen. But like I said, mind you, I started living in a hotel, car gone. It was the point to where, what did she gain by being with this dude? One broke, but what did she gain by being with me? What she gained and what I gained, she believed in me and I believed in her.
Gotcha.
And by that strength, the strength part of it, I could have easily been weak and said, you don't need to be around a dude like me right now.
Right.
I could have made every excuse, but I let love in, meaning I needed that. And by doing those things, while we're going down to this, She had a car, had a new car. I had to get to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At first, I was catching Uber and shit like that. Yes, but I'm gonna move and fast forward. I still didn't get no car. She worked 10 hours. I worked 8. She still was the one that would get off of work at 6 o'clock, come pick me up at 11 o'clock. She did that for a year. Still have a high ass car note. Then we moved forward. She started picking me up and dropping me off. You get what I'm saying? Then you move forward to me now having my vehicle now, and you know it's about patience, and it's about having that
Patience play a huge role.
and having respect, and for me to say, and I
Communication.
listen to her, for me to ever doubt her and say she didn't love me was probably one of the worst things I ever could have said to her, because she really showed me what strength is and what black love really is.
Right. And look, with that being said, guys, we're going to leave off on this note that we can both agree, Teddy and I, that women can, it's very much the backbone of a lot of men, and can be, and hopefully we can all take back our role when it comes to our departments as man and woman. Meaning we have our departments, and like I say, each one rise to the occasion, women and men, have dialogues like this a bit often, a lot more. And then, like I say, man, thanks for tuning in, taking out the time, comment, like. Like I say, Teddy Russ won't be no stranger in the near future. We're
doing part 2.
Yes, sir. We'll touch on many topics, but right now that concludes today's session. Thanks for tuning in, Random Sunset. We'll see you guys next time.